So the boys, when they were in Waihi, went off to school, and it wasn't Charles, it was one of them anyway. He drew a picture on the blackboard, on the chimney of something of the teacher, a bit uncompromising, and he blamed his father. His father got into trouble. So there's a lot of interesting bits and pieces about Charles and Samuel.
Have you written those down?
Well,
it's collecting all those extra little bits of stories.
I know. Well, I would have read it somewhere. I should do that.
Yes.
Get those sort of basic.
Or even, Dad, we can just record it.
No, right. I'll type it out. I'll put it down.
Yeah.
No, don't you type it. We won't be able to read it.
I think there's a story on. I've got somewhere. I've actually got his story, his life story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, sitting down with a tape recorder and record on phone and recording it and then transcribing it is the best way. So a lot of the work I do is actually part of what I do is actually helping people telling their stories and going,
yes.
Yep.
So we can do our own one for the Blomfields.
I would love to, but it's picking up the information.
Well, maybe we can liaise and...
Yeah, well, that would be brilliant.
Well, it's interesting
on that card, you've got my email and things.
Yeah.
Because so that's what I do for other people. I'm going, yes, I mean...
We might as well do it for our own family.
Do it for our own family. So what I'm trying to do is... Well, I was so delighted to actually get another connection, the Blomfield tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
To actually know that, we can start recording those stories.
Right, yes.
Because if they're not written down, they're lost.
Right.
Because you've been told things, I've been told things.
And we don't want to lose that because it's so
rich.
Right. No, how many families have got something that goes back to what, 1086?
Oh,
yeah.
It's big time though these days. People love to find in genealogy and also DNA. Diane's had DNA done,
Yes, I know.
Interesting. Goes, I forgot what it was. Probably the right.
Well, that's how I saw her name come up as to be a connection. Because I got my DNA done last year.
Oh, you did?
And so I got a list of possible contacts. So I sent a few messages out, just saying, I'm looking for information especially on the Blomfield side.
Yes.
I mean, that's suddenly given me, and through Ancestry, given me information to a number of other branches of my family.
Yes, of course, you'd had other branches.
Yes.
Oh, it's fascinating, isn't it?
We've even got old films.
Oh my goodness.
So, Dad, why don't we tomorrow do the film thing and maybe do some of this? We could go to Warehouse Stationery and start scanning it. Because I don't think I have to go to work tomorrow.
Getting all these things scanned, it would be so valuable.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff scanned that I've scanned at home.
It's interesting to find Emily Blomfield on this and I can trace see what they've got.
Well, when they came out from England, they were going up to the whole idea of them coming was the Albertlanders.
Yes.
Oh, you know that story. Yes, and apparently there was marriage wars or something going on, and a bit scary, so they stayed in Auckland. And Charles had a place up in Wakefield Street, one of those older paintings.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yes.
And he's got a big home over here in Ponsonby, do you know? A big house. In
Freeman's Bay?
In Bay, going right up to...
oh, have you not seen the house?
No.
Oh.
That's Charles' house.
Yeah, but who built it was...
well, his brother built it. And do you know, they came over here to Smith, to Roy's Bush in those days, cut down a carrow tree, shipped it across the ocean there, had it all milled and built the house.
Yeah.
So that's probably a story I should... people don't know.
All those things, they're little... The anecdote stories, I mean, yes, you can trace back and find the detail, the documented history, but it's a family history of who did what, how they did it,
yes.
all those bits and pieces.
The
They're the actual stories that it's worth telling.
Yes.
And they're the ones that the future generations can now see on video as well.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's quite interesting because my grandmother was brought up by the Shakespeares, who had the big bit of land in Shakespeare Road. It was named after.
Yeah.
And he owned land up north. He had Shakespeare's needlework shops, and he sort of never officially adopted her, but brought her up.
Yeah.
And so there's quite a bit of history just there alone, you know, with old Shakespeare.
What about the, are we both from Samuel? Because Elizabeth came over with all the kids, didn't she?
Oh yes, we would have all come from that branch.
Yeah.
So you came from Samuel's branch?
Samuel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he was the builder, and he was the one who built the house in Freeman's Bay, isn't it, Dad? Charles Bromfield's old
that's
house.
right, yeah.
You can't remember the address.
Oh, not offhand. I've seen it, but I can't remember.
We'll have to take a tiki tour down there and get
I'll have
some
to go
films
over
of it.
and have a look, yes.
Yeah,
Big house, apparently.
yeah. So where are you based? Whereabouts do you live?
Hastings.
Oh my gosh, have you come all the way up?
Yeah. Well, we came up on Friday. We as I say, came up to the New Zealand Founders AGM, which was held in Hamilton yesterday.
Wow.
Because I've been involved with that, though. That time is over now, since I've had a major falling out with my branch president and ex-national president, and yeah, I spoke at the wrong time at a meeting.
Oh dear.
You can't do anything like that these days, can you?
No.
It was, and there was nothing against the rules,
No.
but she took exception to that.
Oh, look,
that's
it's
sad.
really tough out
It
there
has
now.
been really nasty.
Oh,
Oh,
isn't it?
that's no good.
Yeah.
What's wrong with people?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's
give and
not
take, is
nice.
there?
No,
That's
very
not nice.
Very ungenerous.
You get people these days who, you know, it's so scary at work now because somebody only has to make a complaint.
Yeah.
And you get called up, you've done nothing wrong,
Oh, it's a very different
but somebody
world,
just,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
It's
taking
really-
exception to
and-
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, probably better off out of there.
Yeah. But so we came up for that. Of course, Napier Taupo Road was closed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So we came up on Thursday via Palmerston North.
Oh my
gosh.
So we
gosh.
had 6 hours to get back to Taupo, which was
So it's like being on the old sailing ship, was it?
felt a bit like it.
No.
And at the moment, the Napier Taupo Road is open,
Yeah.
but I have to check tomorrow morning because,
Well, you
because
know.
actually
Mm.
tomorrow we've got to call in at Webb's Auctioneers
Yeah.
because I've got one of Charles's paintings
Oh.
Wow.
that I was trying to sell, but it
Mm.
didn't reach the reserve price.
Oh.
What a pity. Keep it in the family.
What is it?
perhaps.
Pink and white terraces?
No, unfortunately, that would be a top tier. No, it's Lake Ohau.
Where's
Oh.
that?
South Island.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you know that he was in England when they blew up? Did you? Well, he
No.
did. He went down there and painted a lot of pictures of the pink and white terraces and took them to England. And he was over there when they blew up, so he got all this publicity.
Oh, right.
The newspapers were full of this. One at 7th wonder, 8th wonder of the world blowing up, and everyone wanted to buy his paintings.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
it's amazing.
that's another story.
That's an amazing
My grandfather
I
was a
think you've
very
got a
good
job
artist.
ahead of you now.
I think I
My
do.
grandfather was a good artist. He was probably
Yeah.
as good as Charles,
Yeah.
but he never ever sort of like promoted himself.
No.
But he was a cartoonist,
Mm.
wasn't he?
Oh well, he worked for his brother and in the Observer, and that's what his job was. In fact, he got that his cartoon.
Because we've got fascinating. Yeah, we've got Blow, of course. Was the Blow was the cartoonist too.
Yeah. Well, they called him Blow, and he was the one that had the Observer.
Yes.
I've got a copy of the Observer.